I'm back. What's up, everybody? Hopefully, let me see. I'm gonna look on my page again to see if this is green squiggles or if this one is okay. We had some green squiggles on my last live video. Not sure why. Oh, there I am. Okay. This one looks okay. Not sure why it was green and squiggly. But I think we're good. Okay. Take two. We're approving Adi. Oh, Guy is watching. Guy, if you're watching, you should be on here. Take two. Yes, Stuart, we're back. All right. Let's see. It doesn't look like it added you, Adi. Let's try again. Wait. Adi, try again. I put you on, but then it didn't put you on here. If you can request again, then we can put you on. Oh, speaking in a different language. Yes. Hello, Barbara. Now you guys can see me. All right, so we have the video working. I think we have the man in the building close by. We'll get started in just a second. I always say that they start at like a certain time, but really I should tell people they start 10 minutes later. There you are. Okay. Now it's adding you, Adi. Cool. Okay, and I'll share this video again. Yeah!
Hey, it's alive!
Yay, you're here! Yeah. I was just sharing this. Do you want me to share this on your page too?
Well, nobody watches on my page anyways, so it's like worthless, but thanks for the offer. Anyway.
I'll just share it on my other two pages then.
Yeah, you can do that. I don't understand. There's a problem in my camera. My camera.
Oh, it seems fine.
Yeah. No, it adds my camera adds 10 pounds and your doesn't, and I don't know what's wrong.
I don't know. Maybe it's your weird Israeli phone.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's not the phone. Maybe it's the hummus. I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah. could be. Let's not blame everything on the phone.
We just had Elad hijack.
Sorry for all you people. I'm really sorry that I had to keep you waiting for 5 minutes. Because I had the weirdest case right now.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it's a jellyfish sting poisoning. Yeah, I'm for sure. Yeah, and the person is like completely all full of toxins and all over the skin. So I had to like get him ASAP. So I'm sorry that I kept you all waiting. But
it's okay.
He's okay now. At least he's calmed down a little bit.
Oh, thank goodness! Damn.
Yeah, but that's kind of the weird stuff we're getting here from time to time. You know.
Interesting. Yeah. Very interesting.
So, but we're all good to go now. I mean.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. And you have headphones, which is good. We had a crazy echo before. All right.
Yeah, it's the first time I'm ever using them. So luckily.
Oh, this is your first live?
Yeah, I think so. This is why I had the tech assistant here to get to the Facebook Live. I mean, it's not really something I can handle by myself.
You guys are doing great.
Thanks.
All right, so
let's
get chatting. All right, that's good. So on your phone too, you should be able to swipe to one side on the bottom, and you should be able to see people's comments.
Okay, I'll try.
Did you find that?
Yeah.
If not, it's okay.
I found somebody. Yeah, I see Yanni's watching from Denmark. Hey, Annie Dan, how are you all?
Yeah. So
Thank you for joining us. Hey, my wife is here. I didn't even know she's here. Hey, I'm gonna be much more polite now. Sorry, best wife ever. Best wife ever.
So people can talk to us as we are chatting. So this is what the lives are about, so it's always just fun to do the live. So, all right. So first, Adi, let's introduce you to everybody. So you and I met in Israel.
Yeah, but before I introduce myself, let me introduce my partner that wanted to be here and couldn't.
Please. Oh,
And
yes, I know.
the reason he couldn't be here is actually very fascinating and very much to do with what we're talking about today. So
Oh,
his
yes.
name is Guy Pollack. Not many people know that. Maybe not familiar with the name or the partnership we have. And he's now opening a new department in a brand new hospital in the
Really?
middle south of Israel, which is an
Wow.
amazing new hospital, an amazing new unit. And he had to go to a very special meeting today with the professional department of I think the surgical. But Guy, if you could like correct me, then that's going to be cool. And so he really wanted to join us now, but he couldn't because sometimes life happens.
Yes, totally.
This is actually the first time we're sharing to the world the fact that there's a new department opening
Oh,
inside a hospital. So
so
yay!
exciting. Yay.
Yeah,
So
good.
this is new integration in a hospital because
Yeah.
for people that are watching that don't know, there's amazing integrative medicine in Israel going on. Like when
Yeah.
I was there last year, it blew my mind. I had no idea. I don't think the world even knows what's going on over there. So you have integrative
Well,
medicine like every
not
single
the
hospital.
good stuff
Well,
anyway.
yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, the world knows what's going on in some stuff. You're right.
Yeah.
Not the hospital stuff. Yeah.
Beside Guy being my partner and in being my friends and colleague, we established the Israeli Town Center together, and we established the Israeli Town Center together with the late Master Tan. And actually, the main reason that he wanted to establish this kind of institute is to make sure that his legacy will be carried on by people he trusted and not going to deform his thoughts and ideas.
Mm-hmm.
And we wrote the book together, the first one. The second book will
Mm-hmm.
be coming up next March, I guess.
Cool. Good for
So
you guys.
thanks. Well, now that I promised, I have to write it,
Yeah, now you do.
and he has to write it too because we
Okay.
said next March, so now it's gonna be has to be done. Um, and now for me, if you don't mind, yes.
Yes, I want to
So
know. Let's start at the beginning.
at the beginning,
How did you become an acupuncturist?
well,
Why?
first my mom met my dad, so that's the very beginning, I guess.
Very beginning.
Or at least some guy. I don't know. But anyway, well, I started. I learned acupuncture. In Israel, it's a 4-year program.
Uh-huh.
Then I went to China, and I studied there a little bit. And then
Mm-hmm.
in a trip to Taiwan, I met one of Master Tan's students. And from that point, I was like, I got familiar with the balance method. Then I went to Germany to study with Dr. Tan, and everything else is history from that point with Dr. Tan. But when I
Mm-hmm.
came back to Israel, I started working at the major hospital in Asaf HaRofeh.
Mm-hmm.
I still work there today as a teacher, but I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I was just a little practitioner at the time, and I became the manager of the department. I've been working there for 17 years. This is the first unit in the country that ever did real integrative medicine inside a hospital ward. And I mean, we're the first people who ever done acupuncture inside the delivery room and the ICU, and even pediatrician
Wow.
ICU and the emergency room and the orthopedic ward. And yeah, I've so that's it, and we've been practicing this integrative medicine for many years now.
Yeah.
And there's
Did
like
you have a? I was just gonna say, did you have like a specific reason that you got into acupuncture, or was it just
well,
like kind of a normal thing that
I
people
would
usually
say,
have a story,
yeah, I have an amazing story. Well, no, I don't have an amazing story. Well, my story is very simple. I can say it in one word. It's love. But it's
Oh.
not, yeah, it's a simple story. I was in love with a woman that went to study acupuncture, and that's it.
Uh-huh. And
Pretty
that's what
much.
drew you there.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
That's the best story
At the end of the day, that's the real stuff, because I was like, I was really confused. Should I go to learn medicine or psychology? At a certain time, I was even thinking about biology and chemistry and all that kind of stuff. And then she came and she said, I'm going to learn acupuncture. And I said, yeah, I'm going to do that too.
I love it.
Well,
But look
I
at
don't
all
know.
that you've done now, so it was meant to be.
Yeah, I don't know where she is right now. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm married to another woman. She's amazing. She's watching now, and I hope I have a place to go back home now. But I didn't.
Because you've told your love story.
Yeah, I was told my previous love stories online. Well, no, she's familiar with that. But at the end of the day, I can sum it up. I mean, if you're a curious person, if you have some kind of curiosity about human life and human behaviors, then I guess at any place you will land, you will find interest and good things. So this is why I think that the minute I went into the school, I kind of understood that there's something really deep and really challenging about this medicine. It's much more than just acupuncture.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So okay. So
Is
love got you into acupuncture.
is that good enough story? Because I see
Great story.
we're losing crowd. Maybe I can make up a new story about like
on the lives they always come and go.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
yeah,
Don't worry.
okay.
People watch it. They watch the rerun, or the recording. And,
So I was really sick, and acupuncture saved me. No, that's not.
No,
That's
stop it.
that's not it.
Okay,
Okay.
so personally, I know nothing about the balance method, other than I've heard rumors that it's very confusing.
Confusing.
Yeah, I've heard it's like a rumor that I've heard about the Dr. Tan balance method. And it's hard to learn, I've heard. And that's what I've heard, honestly.
So actually, the basic balance method is called easy to practice, easy to teach. So confusing is not it. But I've heard many rumors about the balance method and stuff, and I want to go back to the origin. I mean, because I don't know where people are watching, but I always want to tell them something they can go back home with. Any kind of method of acupuncture, if it's a part of Chinese medicine, has to found its origin in the roots. Now, if you're looking about Ling Shu Chapter 1, which I adore, and it says there very clearly that the practice should be clear, simple, meridian, 1 out of so we were cut.
I'm back.
Okay. So I don't know where
my train off froze.
Okay, so I go back to how simple the balance method is.
Yes.
After giving the quotation from the Ling Shu, going to say that it has to be simple, then it's a very simple technique. One, you have to diagnose the sick meridian. Two, you have to choose the balancing meridian, and only then you choose the points. And the point selection is actually very simple. You just have to visualize our basic human symmetry, and then you do symmetry between right and left and up and down. So this is like within 5 minutes, the very basic of the 1, 2, 3 balance method. After that, you can go a little bit deeper and deeper, but every single time you want to go deeper into any kind of system, and the balance method is not just 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 is just the basic seminar of the balance method. You have to get two things. One, which is the way Master Tan always loved it, very practical and very simple. So this is one of our main thing. And second, there's always some ground rules and principles that enables you to go and have a deeper and deeper understanding. And if you don't get these two things out of a seminar, then you got a little bit, I guess you got a little bit something wrong. Because if you're just copying the system, then you can only copy what the master demonstrated in the class. And what is more important than the demonstration is to understand the principle that you can apply them to any kind of disease.
Yeah. So when you say find the balanced channel, is that a thing specific to the Tan method, or is that like classic Chinese medicine balance?
Well, most of it is classic Chinese acupuncture. I mean, at the end of the day, it's kind of weird that we have to say it, but the upper Taiyang treats the lower Taiyang, and that's like something that everybody should know. It's not something that people don't know. It's just something they tend to ignore and forget, because acupuncture. No, because acupuncture in our days is a point-based medicine. Acupuncture is a points-based medicine today, but it's not a point-based medicine originally. Originally, acupuncture is a meridian-based medicine. You can understand it from the techniques. You can understand it from just looking at the 9 needles. You can understand that this is not a point-based medicine. It's something completely different. But it changes throughout history into some point function, into some point, like a point prescription, like a herbal medicine kind of acupuncture. I'm not saying it's not true. I'm not saying it doesn't work. I don't belittle any kind of technique in the world, but I'm saying if you want to understand the origins, then balance method is a very good way. And then you could also understand why in the ancient books they said that the impact of acupuncture should be immediate, while technically in our life we're putting needles and we're telling the patient, come next week and we'll see what's happened. And that's not the way it should work.
And that's with anything that anyone comes to your office. What about like chronic stuff though?
Anything. We're not dealing with influenza in our clinic. We're talking about severe chronic illnesses. Well, we do, just for example, if somebody comes with Crohn's disease, so we have to diagnose the meridians that are involved in that disease. We have to diagnose the sick meridians. Hey, somebody's at the door. Hey, that's a reminder that somebody's maybe waiting. That's cool. Don't worry, I'm watching the time. And anyway, even in Crohn's disease, even in cancer, at the end of the day, you have to diagnose the sick meridian. You have to understand how to balance it. You have to use maybe different techniques. And again, if you really understand the origin of Chinese medicine, then you can really understand the balance method entirely, because we're always talking about treating the mechanism of disease. This is like one of our main instructions of the Chinese medicine. Treats the mechanism of disease. Some mechanism is simple. You can treat them with 1, 2, 3. Some mechanism are a little bit more global, so you have to treat them with global balance. Some are even more sophisticated, so you have to treat them with global balance conversion, and then go on and on and on. This is why we normally, when we go out to have a seminar like the one we're having in Miami, like in a few weeks, we're always given the options to do a basic and an advanced seminar at the same time, so people can treat a vast variety of patients, and not just it's very frustrating to do, learn 1, 2, 3, and then somebody comes with Crohn and you don't know how to deal with that. So you go back to your old stuff.
Okay, so it's different levels. Okay, so the balance method is known for like pretty instantaneous results. Then I didn't know that. Awesome.
Yeah, so at least a pretty an immediate response from the body. Something needs to be changed.
And how do you check that? Do you check it through pulse, or how are you verifying it?
You can check it through pulse. You can check it through the meridians, palpation.
The palpation.
At the end of the day, the best way to check it is through your own patient. I mean, if the patient has some sort of pain in the shoulder, the best way is to ask him move the shoulder after the acupuncture. Should be better. And then the patient gets like, wow. I mean,
Yeah.
And this
Yeah.
is
So,
this is actually the real magic of acupuncture. If you don't have that
yeah.
in your clinic, then it's very dull. I mean, it's like boring. It, it,
So,
and you know, I've seen my name in people's phone. It's never Adi the acupuncture. It's always Adi the wizard, Adi the magician. It's never an
it's just like,
acupuncturist.
whoa.
Yeah, it's not acupuncture. It's just magic.
Well, at least
So
that's what they're calling you. That's
so this is why we always promise people. We always promise them when they come to us as an acupuncturist. If they come with an open mind, we promise them a life-changing experience.
yeah.
It's a real
Yeah.
life-changing experience,
I agree. I tell people that all the time. Yeah.
and we also show them how it goes back to the root of Chinese medicine. This is not
Mm.
just a method somebody invented, like
Yeah.
something came out of his head with
Mm.
no
Yeah.
roots or origin.
Yeah. So that's really interesting because also I didn't know that. And I forgot because you're the history buff, for
Ah,
people that don't know. Well, you are like,
well, actually, we
that's when we first met. I took your class.
right, it's not the dancing. I'm not very good in dancing, but
You were great.
you can ask me about the Han Dynasty. I'm much better in that.
Yeah. So Tan is like in the classic Chinese text. I mean, the
Definitely.
balance method, not Tan.
Well,
Because
not,
where
I
did
would
Tan come in?
I would say that the genius of Master Tan is taking the roots of the medicine and made it he tailor made it into the 21st century.
Okay, and then he
To,
called that the balance method.
yeah, of course, he had his own
Okay. Okay.
contribution to that, but it's like a genius when you take something so complicated like the Neijing and just put it into 3 lines, enabling people to not only practice the very next day, but also to grow with a system that normally acupuncture, the only way you can actually grow is through working with somebody else. And this is
Mm.
maybe one of the only method you can grow after you learn by yourself. You don't need anyone else to help you. Sometimes
Mm.
people ask us questions from time to time. We're giving them answers, but they don't really need us there. They don't really need to see how I'm working. Maybe just once or twice. This
Yeah.
is why
I
we're
mean,
also having a practical day, because it's important people
yeah,
to practice
yeah,
it. But after you
yeah,
practice it one day, you can do it. When we did
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, personally, I just think experience helps acupuncturists, get better and
Definitely.
better, because as we know, that a lot of them just struggle with the confidence, but especially if you're going to learn a new method. So that's great, that you have the practical day, and then it's easy for them to continue practicing on their own.
Of course,
And
and
that's the
then
1, 2, 3.
and no, the 1, 2, 3 is a 2-day seminar, and then the practical day is
Okay.
just the third day of a seminar. You don't
Okay.
have to attend, but we strongly recommend it. And of course, if you have a confidence problem, normally it happens because you're practicing acupuncture, you don't see the result immediately. So at the end of the day, if you're doing some
Interesting.
if you're taking somebody that has let's say shoulder pain, and you're
Mm-hmm.
putting needles in his shoulder, and then you're
Mm-hmm.
taking the needle out and you're saying come back next week and we'll see how you're doing, and he's
Yeah.
coming back and
Not
he's
next week.
and he's better, and at the end of the day you don't know if you did it or it just time did it. You don't see the immediate result, you're not sure. And then let's suppose somebody comes with what we call the spleen chi deficiency. Well, of course,
Yeah.
spleen chi deficiency is a herbal medicine language, it's not acupuncture. And then you're
Mm-hmm.
putting points like spleen 3 and spleen 9 and stomach 36, and you expect some, I don't know, some chi to rise up,
Mm-hmm.
and it just doesn't happen. And it doesn't
Yeah,
happen,
I mean,
and
this is
you
a
have
really
no
interesting
idea.
conversation. Yeah. I mean, you've made a lot of interesting points for sure. And I think that, this is definitely a challenge in our profession,
Yeah,
is a lot of misunderstanding in how to utilize the medicine. I mean, I was even well, it's so interesting that you talk about this because my last Facebook Live that I did, I was talking about how I think that a lot of acupuncturists are under the impression that they're going to get their patient 100% better. when
No,
that's not really what's happening with our medicine.
not even the Ling Shu said that.
Yeah, and so
Not
many
even,
acupuncturists think that we can, and again, that's just a big misunderstanding about our
yeah.
medicine and how to
Well,
use it.
I would say that just to help people with their confidence problem. Acupuncture always works, and
Yes.
but it means that it always has some impact on the body. It doesn't mean that it completely can cure everything.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
again, on one hand, I would say we don't have 100% result. No medicine has 100% result.
Exactly.
Not even
None.
the Ling Shu said that we have a hundred
Mm,
percent result. That's not written there.
mm.
Uh, but we can do much better than what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
We can do
Yeah.
much better. I see people that are even in simple pain management cases, they're like struggling,
Yeah.
and we can do much better
Yeah.
if we only stick to our language, to our origin.
And
Most of the
where do you think it would
acupuncture
even be like a place to start with that?
to start, obviously I would say come to the
Come to
basic
your
one
seminar.
two three seminar. I mean, if you don't want to have, if you don't want to read the book, then this is a great place for you to start. And it's simple. It's a 2-day seminar. It teaches you how to work. You can add on a practical day that make sure you got it. You can add on an advanced seminar at the end of the day, and then you have somebody,
Yeah.
you have a new family, somebody's watching over you, and you get the idea very well.
Yeah.
So
So do
and
you
and
think, go ahead.
of
What were you
course,
going to say?
our next seminar, sorry about the uncomfortable chair in my clinic. The next seminar we're having we're having in yeah, that's the practitioner chair, because they don't want the practitioner to sit for a long time. So they put very
Slave
uncomfortable,
driving.
yeah, uncomfortable chairs here. Anyway, we're gonna have the next seminar in Miami, and we're
Yeah.
gonna,
Yeah.
you can check it out in our Facebook, in our
Yeah. Maybe
balance.
actually, what do you have what's your URL
Well,
for the link?
we have our website. If you want to read some more stuff about
I can
us and
put it in
about
the comments.
the
What is it?
it's a balance hyphen, I mean www dot
Balance
balance hyphen method.com.
method. Okay.
And then you,
Balance-method.com. Easy.
yeah, easy. And we have the Balance Method seminars. That's our Facebook page, and you can. I see you already put it on. I
Yeah.
see. Yeah, that you're very quick. And it would have taken me 30 hours to do that.
I'm on it. I got you back.
Yeah, thanks. And so you can see we're having a special, like Black Friday sale for the next
Oh.
seminar in Miami. If you
Oh.
have a lot of people coming into Miami, it's a nice time of year to be
What are the
there.
dates
That's
of your
what I heard.
seminar again?
It's December 8 and 9 and 10,
Okay.
and
Right around the corner.
the very next week.
How often do you come to the States to give the seminars?
No, normally we come once a year, but maybe next year
Okay.
we'll come twice. Not
Okay.
always to Miami. We're mostly
Okay.
teaching in Europe. Where before we go to Miami, we're going to Denmark. I see that we have some people from Denmark there. I see Anna Sophia is here. How are you, Anna? You can like wave to no one because nobody's watching. I see that we're going to Denmark, and then we're going to the States, and after that we're going to go to Belgium and Russia and Italy, Ukraine,
Awesome.
Holland, Germany, and I don't remember more at that particular.
That's so fun.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Well,
So, well, what?
I can't. My wife is watching. I can't seem to enjoy it too much. I mean, let's be
You
honest.
can't. She's
It's
not
a
there.
very hard traveling and yeah.
Yeah, and away from the kids and the family.
Yeah, yeah. I do have a lot of kids, you know.
I know. I've seen the picture.
Yeah.
You guys all
M
stacked up.
most of them are mine, I guess. I hope. I don't know.
So, is Ballet Method all that you practice in your clinic?
Yeah. Well,
That's it. Huh?
if you practice herbal medicine, then you practice herbal medicine. I also do a lot of herbal medicine in my clinic, but I
Okay.
don't. My acupuncture is balanced method.
It's only
My
balance.
my
Yeah.
ho my hospital teaching is balanced method. That's the long program I'm doing with Guy,
Yeah.
this is what we are. I mean, at the end of the day, not just the practitioner needs to be well educated and experienced. I think the teachers need to be that too. You know, I
Yeah.
know that there's some teachers about balanced method that don't practice it at all. They just teach it.
They don't practice. Oh.
Yeah. And it happens. I mean, somebody becomes
Yeah.
like a scholar, but at the end of the day, as a scholar, you can only copy the scholarship somebody else gave you. And if you don't have clinical experience, what
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
add on from your clinical
Yeah.
life?
You're just
Or,
teaching.
or
Yeah. What
you
you
know,
learned. Yeah.
somebody learned it last year and he's teaching it. And at the end of the day, is that what you want to be as do you want to learn from somebody who just learned it and has no experience, or do you want to learn it from somebody who applied it in difficult hard cases for 17 years?
Well, they'll want to learn it from you.
I
I
don't
hear your door
know,
opening again.
or Guy. Yeah, door opening because we have some issues.
You have a visitor?
Yeah, it's something in the clinic, so
Oh,
I need to address to that.
it's okay. You can go if you got to go.
I'm sorry, but I do, and I do want to say to you first two things. First,
Yes.
thank you for having me on this live
Of
video.
course. Anytime.
Thank you.
Please come
Anytime.
back.
So
You and Guy.
tomorrow, same time tomorrow. Okay. And now Guy will be here, and that's it.
We
You
can chat with Guy
promised.
too.
You promised.
Anytime.
Anytime. So that's thank you for that. Thank you for sending us your amazing lecture for my
Oh, yes.
student.
Of course.
I didn't mention I'm ahead of the biggest
Yeah.
college in Israel for Chinese medicine.
Yeah.
I tend to forget that, but my employees will be mad about that. Yeah, I see one of my students now on. So now she's mentioning, oh, thank you. You mentioned the college. Thanks. And really, really, really thank you. And I really hope to see you in Miami. And if you don't come to Miami, I hope to see you in Israel or Germany.
Yeah. It'll be one of those
Yeah,
for
which
sure.
type of
Yeah.
illnesses you treat with balance method? Any type of
Everything.
illnesses.
Yeah.
Any type of illnesses we can practice with anything you practice. You can treat with acupuncture. You can treat with the balance method. And working in a hospital for 17 years, I can promise you it's one of the most effective techniques out there. And we can also explain why it's worked so much. So thank you. I don't quite get the name. Avinash.
Avinash. Yeah.
Avinash. I hope I'm pronouncing it right, Avinash. But that's it. It's very useful. So really, really, really thank you. I would love to chat some more.
Yes.
But,
Thank you for coming on
if
and
you
making time
can't,
and doing all you're doing for the profession. You know, you're doing so much. So much. Great college,
thank
great
you.
teacher. Yes.
Yes, hopefully. Thank you.
It is. I've been there. It's great.
Yeah, but she's a fourth year student. What do you want her to say?
She wants to pass. No.
Bye. See you.
All right. Bye, Adi. Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
See you soon. Bye.
See you soon.